So the need for a global alternative to solving the challenges of the peoples of the world and their struggles for dignity, self-determination, and social justice in the face of imperialism, neocolonialism, and the failures of capitalism has been re-echoed at the second encounter for a world social alternative at the Simón Bolívar Hall of the Theater of Caracas in the heart of Venezuela. From Latin America and the Caribbean region to Europe, Africa, and beyond, delegates from far and near have made salient contributions on how to carry forward the struggle and to move the world towards socialism as the only alternative to solving the challenges of the world. This meeting of the revolutionary peoples of the world seeks to renew the ideals of Simón Bolívar, who led the Bolivarian Revolution, and propose a global alternative not only for Latin America, but the world at large.
The thing is, this alternative is part of a process. So in April, what we did was we drafted the original document of the World Social Alternative, which is it's an attempt to look for common ground for all movements on the left, on the progressive side, on the revolutionary side, where we can work together as our own project. Now, after the initial discussions that we had in April, there were different inputs that we received from different people that participated, from people that read the document and wanted to participate. It's generated a lot of enthusiasm. So this second meeting is picking up some of those issues that came up during the first presentation.
So throughout the conference, very critical discussions were made that impact our lives with well-read speakers who tackled topics such as communication and resistance, the role of the media in geopolitics, a plenary on the world social alternative and current challenges, an alternative for self-determination, and an alternative for people's rights and reparations on the first day of the conference. The subsequent topics touch on building an alternative for unalterable peace, an alternative for economic justice, and an alternative for justice in politics.
Multipolarity for us is not a choice. It is a must. If we have to survive and prosper, if we have to develop and have dignity in our lives, we have been humiliated for too long. We have been dominated for too long. Our resurrection must come. It won't be given to us. We have to struggle for it. Nothing has been given to us graciously by them. By them, I mean those who dominated the world, who still continue to dominate the world. We are here to witness, to give solidarity to the sovereignty of Venezuela.
It is time for humanity to solve the dilemma of humanity, break the mental chains on our imagination. It is time for humanity to conceive a world without billionaires on the one hand and billions of poor on the other. And the first steps in that direction in the 21st century are being taken here in Venezuela. Here in Venezuela, another future is becoming possible. Socialismo o muerte, pueblo unido jamás será vencido. ¡Viva Venezuela!
So for most of the participants, this historic event marks the continuation of a revolutionary battle for freedom for the whole world and the need to join forces for peace and progress.
We find ourselves with a country that is battling imperialism, battling the aggression of the United States for no other reason other than to try to determine themselves in what direction they want to go, to create a better life for the people, to use their own resources, the resources of this country, for healthcare, for education, better conditions for the people. And for that, imperialism, led by the United States, they have committed a sin. And so having a gathering of this nature to extend solidarity is our responsibility and duties.
It's really significant and important, I think, that the Bolivarian Revolution in Venezuela not only has invested in building a process nationally of transformation, but has also put a lot of effort into bringing the global movements and global parties, the left forces of the world together to come and discuss alternatives for the rest of the world.
We see a possibility of a free world that is liberated from the trappings of imperialism. And today our presence in Caracas only demonstrates that the progressives and the lovers of peace in the world will never forget the Bolivarian project, the project of Hugo Chavez.
So the final panel and closing session of the meeting provided an alternative for the world's balance, which is fundamental or important to building flags of struggle and justice in the world. Reporting for Pan-African Television, Makiza Latifa, Caracas, Venezuela.